This is Irontrader. It is Friday morning, TGIF. Okay, as usual, we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, and at natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, about ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Bitcoin, your daily chart. Let me figure up a little bit here for you. Okay, now, yesterday, what we had here is we held this 8-day and then we popped up through the 21-day, but you notice that it couldn't close above. Now, so far today, we have an inside day, which all it means is your high and low is the inside of the previous day's high and low. Now, the key is going to be this 8 simple moving average. It needs to hold this on a closing basis here today. If not, we're going to go lower. Okay, so 83,563, that's what you want to watch there today. If that is lost here, then we're going to come right to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 82,075, and then we'll come down here. You're looking at 81,120. These are all your nice, good support levels. 87.60, and then we'll come down to the bottom there, 80.40, and then we come over here. You're looking at 78,675, and then we'll come right down to that 200-day at 77,614, and then we have your big retest, which is basically 76,735. The bottom of that candle, that's just your recent low. Okay, so that is your support levels. But right now, what you really want to watch is this 8-day on a closing basis. Okay, this is absolute key. Now you can see how the 8-day is kind of winding up, but the 21-day is coming down. So something's going to give one way or the other. Okay, here we have your 21-day. This is your big time resistance. Okay, so we're starting to pinch here, but let's just see how it shakes out today. 85,861. Okay, so we get above that. We'll come up to here, 86,145, and then we'll look at the top of this candle here at 87,650 level, okay? Now, if it keeps right on going, then we'll come up to here. You're looking at 89,380 level here, and then we're going to have your big target at that 92,572, and then we have 93,804. That's your 50 SMA here. But we got this trading range here, okay? So we just have this sideways action. So this has been, I mean, I can't speak for anybody else, but this has been a really good trading range, long and kind of short. Now, yesterday was very great. It looked like it was going to pop up higher, but you notice that it couldn't close there, okay? So that tells me you got to get the trade off. So now we got to see today if we can hold that 8, okay? That's going to be very key. Or in what's going to happen reaction when we get to that 85,861. Now, today is quadruple witching on Friday. So with these options, everything is going to be wet and wild. You're going to have many multiple directions. So if you can't handle that, just sit back a little bit and wait for a trade or wait for Monday. Okay, so that's what's going to be going on today. So you're going to see wild trades here today, back and forth kind of a situation. But when it comes to Bitcoin, all we got to do is watch that 21-day and watch that 8-day. Okay, we're going to trade that little bit of range to see if we can pop up or we're going to pop right back down again. Now, your RSI here, looking at 43. It's not overbought or oversold here. That could go either direction. Okay, same way with here. Your green is over your red. So this is showing good positive momentum, which obviously it is. Okay, so let's just see how this all going to shake out here. Now, here over time, got a really, really lengthy situation, but it really needs a good catalyst here to pop this bad boy higher. Okay, let's take a look here at crude oil, natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil, here we have natural gas. Now, we look at the crude oil, it's doing the same thing pretty much as the Bitcoin situation. Okay, see, we just have this uprising run here, but we had a nice, good double bottom. Okay, that was a good take it long kind of a situation. Yesterday, we had a nice green candle, but then look what's going on here today. Okay, so let's just look here. What we really need to hold here is this 67.95. That's going to be key support. And then right here at 67.38. Now, if that is lost, we come to yesterday's low, 66.63. That's your support level. Right here, next is going to be 66.44. And then we have 66.09 level. Okay, then we'll come down to the bottom, 65.80. And then your big retest down here at 65.22. That's your downside. But we're watching this 21-day and this 8-day. This is going to be very, very key. Now, you can see the 8-day is rolling up here nice. We get a crossover. We can maybe push this up higher. But upside here, well, obviously we're going to be looking here to yesterday's high. That's at 68.41, and then today's high 68.65. Okay, then again we'll come up to the bottom of this candle 69.14. We'll come to the bottom of this candle here at 69.80, and then we'll be looking for that 100-day sitting right there at 70.65. Then we have 71.40, and then we have your 200-day at 73 flat. Okay, so this looks like it wants to kind of like round up here, but again, we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now, remember, just like Bitcoin, crude oil, all these here and is trading with the overall market. So it looks like when the overall market is going to rise, this will rise. And if it goes down, vice versa here. Now, look at 46, not overbought or oversold. Your green is over your red, so it has good momentum. Obviously, we're like on an uprise here. But again, we got to see what the whole scenario is here, okay? So today you want to watch that 67.95 on a closing basis and right there at 67.38, okay? So again, option expiration here, so it should be pretty well wild, as they say, okay? All right, so natty gas. Let's see what we got here. The old natural gas here. Okay, so let me see here what we got. Okay, came down a little bit. Okay, natural gas here, we had this like a bear flag situation. See, we had this bull come on around and down. Now, yesterday we had this big ass red candle, okay? And look at here what's going on here today. Okay, so we came down, but we're holding this 50-day. Now, I've been saying here for, I don't know how many weeks here now, that you have to respect this 50-day for the simple reason is, see where it came down and it held. See where it came down and it held. Okay, so realistically, this is still a bullish chart because we have a low, higher low, and a higher low situation. Okay, now if we start losing that 50-day at that 3.87, then we're going to come right down here to that 3.74 level. Okay, which is basically just the bottom of that candle. Okay, and then your next level is going to be the bottom of this candle. Okay, you're sitting at 3.55, and then we have your 100-day at 3.52. Okay, so but respect that 50-day. Because always look to the past, has it held? That's the key level, okay? Now, on the upside here, well, this 8-day is everything, okay? So you got to watch that 8-day. That's 4.04. But now you can see how that 8-day curled over and crossed over that 21-day. That's not good, okay? That's not what you call bullish. So you got to watch that 8-day, 404. And then we have to watch right above it is 413. It's going to be that 21-day. Now, if we get above that, then we come up to here to yesterday's high. You're looking at that 425 area. Then we can go 433, 437, 442, and so on, all the way here until we hit that 455, and then your big retest. But that 8-day, 21-day, strong, strong resistance. Now, again, we got to see here. This was a bear flag situation, and it's stretching out, quite a ways. And yesterday we had that big red flag. But again, then we're watching this as this 50 days. So this is what you want to watch today is you're trading against that 50-day on the downside and this 8-day, okay, and the 21-day on the upside. Okay, so we got the same tight situation going here. So we just have actually the opposite where you have the crossover here versus what you have crude oil, which maybe you get a crossover on the 8-day and push the price up. This looks like this 8-day is going to push the price on down. Okay, so just always watch this chart, but respect that 50-day simple moving average. Now, 47, this is nowhere near oversold or overbought anything. We had that negative divergence here. We had this topping tail, and now it looks like we have these red candles going on here. Now, your green crossed over your red, which shows that there's momentum there, but it's to the downside. Okay, so just be very, very cautious here. If we lose that 50-day, we could head for that 100-day probably pretty quick. Okay, that's what I got for you. Now, I'll be back here for midday trading, but just remember, quadruple witching here. So this is going to be a really wet and wild market kind of a situation, you know what I'm saying? So I say just if you're a trader, you want to trade this here, but just cut your position down because it could go against you real quick. Okay, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.